Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's strategic business reporting class. I hope you all had a productive day. Also, thank you for making time to join this session, whether you are joining live or you will watch the recording later. I encourage you to participate actively by asking questions and taking notes when necessary. So I shared a material, I shared something I reviewed. I don't know if that student is in class now. I shared based on ICANN is testing you based on grid. When we talk of grid, I know I purposely deliberately screenshots and shared with you grids in ICANN. If you know all these grid, you will have 100%. I said check up on grid G is complicated. We are distracted with consolidated standards and the rest. That is why we are here. The good news is that it's just when you go to exams or if you see standard is somehow complicated anyhow, you just go into this theory. Definitely you see it in your exams and you answer. You go to consolidated like to be all round, north, south, east, and west, wherever, fully equipped. So I dropped that material, I break it down. I was thinking, I suggest it was causing confusion. One student now told me that we don't have with G in SBR. I was like, okay, wait till we attend class. But however, if you still need it, I'll share it to you. But it is there in your study pack. It is with you. Okay, so I need to. I'll share my screen now. However, while I'm speaking now, I'm still admitting students in. But let me just begin. Now, financial reporting is not all about complying with standard. It's not all about your consolidated. It's not all about your IAS, IFRS. Financial reporting, why they change it from corporate reporting to strategic business reporting, is also about acting ethically and serving public interest. So a technical correct report can still be misleading if ethical issues are ignored. So there are three pillars now. It's not in this context, but there are three pillars. We have the ethical requirements, we have the laws, and we also have the regulatory body. Those are the three pillars when we want to go in. So now let me share the materials I shared initially that maybe created confusion. It was just a draft. That was just a draft. But however, I am sharing this now and let me go to the beginning. Break this down. Grid G. Please, what can you see on the screen?
Nothing yet.
Other points.
Can you see my
Development in the
screen?
beyond physical reporting and the beyond physical reporting.
Say again, audible a bit.
We can see, or I can.
Please, what was your last statement?
Hey, or some say again. Okay. My last statement was financial reporting, and beyond financial reporting. Then the first one is learning objective.
Okay, stop there. Thank you. I wanted to know if you can see my screen. So,
I
if
can
you go
see, I
back to
don't
that
know
study
about
pack,
others.
you they can see. I believe I'm taking sample from population. They can see. If they don't, I know my students. I know so well. So, if you can go back to study pack, when they read, they write the weight. The weight is very misleading. You can see grid G that they say is 5%, 10% of the weight. It's never so. So please don't check it that it's 5% you, it will not help you pass your exams. And second, before joining, I had one student. Now let me tell you something. We must have come across exams, series of topics before you even reach final stage as a professional student, right? Even in your university level or as the case may be, if you started from 88 from foundation, you must have come across lecturers, different ideology, different philosophy, different strategies. Now, your aim, your priority is just, what is your mission is just to pass the exams. Okay, that is it's not all about you come and like the way I teach or and like how it goes. At the end of the day, you struggle in exams hall. No. So what am I trying to say? Any challenge you may have, please to politely, please, if you are joining your, okay, any challenge you may have, okay, any challenge you have, do well to communicate, because there is never a planned action to frustrate you or make you uncomfortable. It is never our planned action. So if you are seeing videos not posted on time, now let me use this opportunity to explain before we begin. I don't post videos direct. So I didn't have that platform to explain to every student individually. When I finish, I'll send to the management. How they want to convert it is beyond my capacity at that point. That's why I encourage people to join the class, live class. Now, you have another, you are doing your consolidated, your standards, and the rest.
Now you're breaking, no? We can't hear you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, as I was saying, please, in a nutshell, please, however the platform is, some platform you'll be very comfortable, some platform you will feel so uneasy. Please, just focus on the context. Focus on what you can achieve and walk away. That's all I can say. Now, you notice in this my platform, you have some inconveniences like we join link twice or whichever way. Please, it's just for this class, and we are working technically and we can't resolve that till now. We don't have to wait. So please, I'm just preparing your mind ahead. Okay. So I started to
Onion.
I started with, now the class is other current developments in and beyond financial reporting. We have a learning objective, and I want to ask a question. Can anyone give me example of unethical action an accountant might take into the workplace? When we say ethical, unethical is the reverse, the opposite of ethics. Being ethical, unethical action. Just few examples, few three, and we want to get the concept.
Conflict of interest.
Con- conflict of interest. Okay. Any other person? Just take anything that is on,
Lack
anything
of
that,
integrity. Lack of integrity is an unethical issue.
beautiful. So you may have manipulative profit figures. When we will discuss on window dressing and creative accounting. So you have some accountants hiding liabilities for reason best known to them, falsifying invoices, altering accounting records. Okay? So now I want to speak on the convergence. Let's begin before. Okay, the convergence of, let's check our learning objective. Explain the global convergence of accounting standards. Discuss ethical and professional issues in financial reporting. You evaluate the impact of technology on accounting and reporting. Explain the current developments affecting corporate reporting. Apply the concept of ICANN examination scenarios. That is why we are here in class. So I brought out a little diagram so that you understand the concept of grid G. Okay, sorry, excuse me. So we have a convergence, ethics, technology. We have AI, cloud, blockchain, machine learning, current developments. Okay, so now from this our manual, or this our draft, we have, what do we have on the board now? What can I, have you seen what I highlight now? What can you see on the
Yes.
screen?
Global coverage of accounting in one. Accounting standard.
Global convergence of accounting standards.
Okay, now, so let me begin with this sentence. Let me just break it down. Global convergence of accounting standard. Now, let me begin with convergence in this context. Convergence is the process of reducing differences between different countries. Like you reduce the differences between countries' accounting standards to create a single set of high quality global accounting standard. For example, imagine Nigeria, United Kingdom, USA. Let's take one country in Asia, Japan, South America, Brazil, Argentina. Each have different accounting rules. Just imagine. And this makes it difficult for investors to compare companies across countries. So you know there are some entities that deal beyond national, beyond Nigeria. Take for instance, we are in Nigeria now. So convergence is the effort to make these accounting rules most similar to that financial statements are prepared in a consistent and comparable way worldwide. For example, the IASB, International Accounting Standard Board, and the FASB, there's what we call Financial Accounting Standard Board in the United States. They work together on several projects to align IFRS and US GAAP, General Acceptable Accounting Principle. Although they did not achieve complete uniformity, many differences between the two standards were reduced. Okay? Why is it important? Improve comparability of financial statements, increase investors' confidence, facilitate international investments, and the rest. So, exams points. Convergence. Don't confuse yourself. Convergence stands for different accounting standard becoming more similar, while adoption stands for a country replaces its local accounting standard with IFRS. For example, please, am I too fast?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, so I said, for example, Nigeria moves to IFRS is an example of IFRS adoption. The collaboration between the IASB and FASB to reduce differences between IFRS and USGAAP is an example of convergence. Let me admit one student now. Okay. So now let me make it very simple. Convergence means coming together. Adoption means taking over. Do we get it? Okay, so let's go through the material. Now we have why we have why convergence, why is it necessary? Now I use this example, a company in UK prepares financial statements. We also have challenges here. Now we have challenges. These are the major things you may see in your exams, or you see in your exams. So can you list the challenges you see on the board or on the screen? I'm highlighting them now.
Differences in legal system,
Okay.
cultural and economic differences,
Okay.
cost of implementation, training requirements,
And
resistance to change.
is that self-explanatory, or can we move forward? Difference in legal system, just as we explained, cultural and economic difference. To arrive at adoptions and the convergence, I just use UK. We have different legal system from Nigeria and UK. So the training requirements after the adoption, how do you now train professionals? Cost implementation. Is there anyone I can explain further? Now, take for example, please, when you get this material or your study pack, please just skim through. I'm begging us, please. You may never know. Now, let me use this example, international investment. Someone should read this example I just cited out, and let's go.
A Nigerian investor wished to compare the financial performance of Dangote Cement PLC with that of cement manufacturer in South Africa. Since both companies prepare their financial statement in accordance with IFRS, the investor can compare the key performance indicators such as revenue, profits, earning per share, and return on equity with greater confidence. This improves investment decision making and reduce risk of misunderstanding caused by different accounting rules.
Thank you. So this material is well explained. I don't think, anyway, let me not say I don't think, because I may not know who does not understand. So, okay, let me just keep going. Any question you can ask later. But along the process, if you don't want to forget, you can just tell me. I brought this why it matters a lot for exams insight. Global convergence enhances quality, transparency, consistency across countries. As a result, investors, lender, regulators can make more informed economic decisions. This is why IFRS has been adopted by many jurisdictions around the world. Now, exams focus. If you can do this, you are good to go. You are strong. If you can define global convergence, explain its objective. If you can illustrate the concept using practical example, very necessary in exams. If you can evaluate its significance to investors and regulators. So now, I brought out this icon point. In theory question, don't just, let me bold it so that we can see it very well. In theory questions, don't just define global convergence, please. Support your answer with all these things I've listed, the objective benefits. You know, I stated it out accordingly. So whatsoever you are reading is very necessary. We've seen the challenges, we've seen the examples, we've seen why it is important. It is very necessary in your script when you write it in your November diet. Okay, so I think I try to bring out this diagram so that this topic I am going to create a new link, to create a
Ethics and
fresh class.
professional issues.
Okay, any question? Who wanted to speak? Can I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, this ethics and professional issues in financial reporting, I am going to come back because when you know one, you know all. You will see ethics in your case study, in your taxation, in your SFM, in your advanced audit and assurance, SBR. There is no course in ICANN now that you will not see ethics. So you little wonder, why do ICANN bring this? It's not just to know the definition of ethics, you know the traits. I want to show you how you can answer the question and what is expected of you and the expected question. But while we are doing now, let's just skim through. It's not the first time of hearing objectivity, professional competence. We will be singing it. So I brought this little diagram. Ethics comprises of integrity, objectivity, competence, confidentiality, professional behavior that will give the confidence to the public. So ethics is, what is ethics? Ethics is just like, it's just the right way of doing something. Ethics, do we know, can we state the difference between ethics and moral? Why didn't they use moral and professional issues in financial reporting, but they use ethics? Okay, so is this something to go and test your understanding? Just go and ask, what's the difference between morals and ethics? Or can we attempt, because of time, let's move forward. So now you see moral under ethics. Ethics is the moral principles. So you need to know the definition of moral, but you need to include it in your ethics. Ethics refers to, please, any students can read this. I think anytime I read something on the screen, it's like I'm cheating. Because anytime you read it, you are having advantage. Psychologically, from research, I can tell you that. Please, what is ethics?
Ethics refers to the moral principles and professional values that guide accountants in preparing and presenting financial information honestly and fairly. Professional accountants must act in the public interest, not merely in the interest of their employer or client.
Okay, so we understand what ethics means now. Ethics is about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It ensures financial statement is prepared truthfully, fairly, and without bias. That is ethics. Okay, so ethics, why is it important? Ethics will help to build public trust in financial reporting. It will protect the interest of investors and other stakeholders. It helps to maintain the reputation of accounting profession. So you see these elements, 5 fundamental principles of ethics. Please, in your exams, just give it to them how you see it. Don't start from confidentiality. Hey, please. I'm not saying you should cram, but just memorize. You need to understand this. Okay? We have confidentiality, professional duty, professional behavior, and UK, right? So we have 6 basic elements. Who is not online? Someone is saying, I'm not seeing anybody. Oh God. Please, let's try and join class on time, please. Okay, any student that just joined, can you indicate? Let's just refresh what we are trying to achieve today. You just joined the class now or you don't get the concept. Excuse me. Anyone? Okay, let's continue. All right, as I was saying, please start from anytime you hear ethical principles, start from integrity, go to objectivity. Don't start from confidentiality. They will still mark for you, except there's a question that focuses on confidentiality alone. We will have pathfinders for that. You know how challenging. So ICANN will not just, you not expect ICANN to just ask you what are the 5 principles of ethical principles. So that's when you now list your integrity, and they will mark for you and say, oh, 10 over 10, they will clap for you. No, please. So let me use example so that you can understand ethics. Now, a finance manager discovers an error that reduces the company's profit by 50 million. Just a little example or scenario. Management asks the accountant to ignore the error until next year to impress the investors. So an ethical accountant should, number 1, you correct the error immediately. Don't be sentimental. Nothing concerns you with profits. As an accountant, you are making profit, you are making a loss, but let it be that your report sticks to, yes, this is a loss, this is profit. Don't come and adjust that, oh, the investors will be happy, the company is making profit. If they make a loss, they will not invest. No. So number 1, accountant should correct the error immediately. Prepare the financial statement in accordance with IFRS. Let me admit students. Okay, and also accountants should also refuse to manipulate financial information. Okay, now that I'm done, Mustafa, I think Mustafa raised his hand. Please, let's go. There's no time. Please, if I give you permission to speak, you can speak immediately. All right, meanwhile, let me ask you, if your employer offers you a bonus to overstate profits, what will you do? If your employer offers you bonus, offers you, dash you money, or say promise to increase your salary, as the case may be, to overstate profit, what are you going to do as a professional accountant? No attempt. So now, I'm trying to bring in the responsibility of an accountant, not only to the employer but also to public interest. So in SBR, ethics questions really ask for definitions alone, just as I say. Number 1, you identify ethical issues. You explain why it is unethical. You apply relevant ethical principles and recommend appropriate course of action. Those are the 4 things. Anytime you see question relating to ethics, those are the 4 things ICANN will ask you. Those are the 4 things you need to give back to ICANN. Identify the ethical issue. It's a scenario-based question. Explain why it is unethical. After you identify, you explain, then you now apply the relevant ethical principles. Now, what we understand what ethics means and why it matters. The next question is, what principles should every professional accountant guide? Like, what principles should guide every professional accountant? Just as I said, let's not waste time on this ethics, please. Ethics is a topic on its own that is very important. Okay, so when we have integrity, okay, let me just speak on principles. Integrity, be honest and be truthful. Accountants should know not how to reassociate with false or misleading information. So example of integrity is, if management asks you to increase revenue by 100 million, even though no sale occurred, you should refuse because it violates integrity principles. All right, now for objectivity, we have definition here. For objectivity, don't allow bias, conflict of interest, or undue influence to affect professional judgment. I'll use example in each. Remember, that lecturer that comes with example. If you are responsible, for example of objectivity, if you are responsible for selecting a supplier, but one of the companies belongs to your brother, please, your personal relationship could influence your judgment. So you make unbiased professional judgment. You also avoid conflict of interest. These are the 2 major things under objectivity. For professional competence and due care, have the necessary knowledge and skills and perform your work carefully and diligently. When we say professional competence, do you know they place your professional competence in your exams, not just professional behavior? Professional competencies, when they twist that question, you need to apply professional competence by knowing what the examiner wants. Now, examiner can ask you 2 questions under A. Let's say question A, they can ask you 2 basic questions. They need 2 answers, but they just write it question 1A. Maybe they can give you 5 marks or 10 marks, but when they are marking, they will split it. So that is when they need your professional competence. Now, other than your exams, an accountant prepares a complex IFRS calculation without understanding the applicable standard and doesn't seek assistance. You are preparing transaction under IFRS 15. You are preparing transaction under IFRS 10. You are preparing transaction under IAS 36 in payment, and you don't understand. So this could breach professional competence and due care. For confidentiality, so I said maintain up to date for professional due care, perform your work diligently. Okay, confidentiality means you protect information obtained through your professional work. Don't disclose information without proper authority unless there is a legal or professional duty to disclose. Example, an accountant discovers that the company is about to announce major acquisition and tells a friend before the information becomes public. Come on, that is, you breach the confidentiality principle. Professional behavior is different from professional competence. Hello? Professional behavior, observe relevant laws. That is all about professional behavior. Obtain relevant laws. Please, who is waiting? Who people are complaining on? I'm not seeing anybody hanging. Mr. Mustafa, are you in class?
I'm in class.
Okay, I just peep into your um because I've been told to observe complaints, so maybe some students are hanging. But please, if the class starts by 7 o'clock, do well to join 15 minutes after. It's not as if we will not admit you. Please. Okay. So I was speaking on professional behavior. Professional behavior is laws and regulation and avoid behavior that discredit the profession. Now, for example, you knowingly participate in preparing for fraudulent financial statements. This violates professional behavior. See, all these things we are listing is beyond you consolidating a parent and subsidiary. It's as important as that. It's as important as when you can recognize profit. It's as important as you knowing the right standard to apply. Very important. Okay, so now let me use a simple example. Why am I dancing around this? I promise to come back to professional. It's still under beyond. I'm just bringing out beyond accounting. So we have trades. We have. Can you list the trades you see on the board?
Self-interest threats, self-review threat, advocacy threat, familiarity threat, and the intimidation threat.
Okay. So just simple explanation. Self-interest is trait arising when you, as an accountant, your personal, financial, or other interest influences the professional judgment. For example, you own shares in another client of audit claims. Let's say you own shares in an audit claim, you receive gifts or expensive hospitality. Okay, you receive bonuses linked to reported profit. So if your personal interest could affect your decision, think of self-interest traits. For self-review traits, please permit me, please permit me, let's go to topics that are, let's go to topic that we may not come back again, please. Because let's just go to safeguard review, independent review. These are the safeguards you need, because you need safeguard as long as you need the principles. As the case may be, you have safeguards created by the profession legislation. You have safeguards within the work environment. Now, take for instance, for that work environment, you need strong corporate governance, independent review of work, rotation of senior personnel. This is the work environment. For example, an accountant is offered an expensive gift by supplier before awarding a contract. What type of trait is this? If an accountant is offered an expensive gift by a supplier before awarding a contract, now we have bidding. There's what we call bidding in a company, procurement. Okay, you know the benchmark, you know the financial and technical requirements, you know the amount, the benchmark, the price, the amount for that bidding, and you now go ahead, the vendor now give you a particular gift, or give you a gift like, okay, oh, someone is waiting at the lobby. So I was asking, an accountant is offered an expensive gift. What type of trait is this? Okay. Let me share my screen again. Chinonso, Chinonso DK, please, were you in the first link? Did you join this class? I always see you as a very active student.
No, I've been offline. I've been waiting in the lobby. I'm just joining now.
Maybe you tried to join late.
Yes, I came back late.
It happened, but don't miss the recorded classes. So we were speaking
Okay.
on, let me have this recap so far. We were speaking on convergence of, at that question I wanted to ask one of us here if they really get the lectures, but I know Wahala will come. I was speaking on ethics and professional issues in financial reporting. Okay, so let me share my screen, and while trying to admit others, and so this is for grid G. We were speaking on convergence of accounting standard. We said convergence is like process of bringing national accounting standard closer together so that companies worldwide will have one uniform accounting standard and principles. All right. So we were deliberating on ethical principles and ethical issues. Okay. Now I promise you, I promise us, we are in August. I promise that we are going to take ethics as a topic on its own, because we realize that it's one in all. So the ethics now, you will still hear it in your financial, in your SBI, SFM. You'll still get it in your taxation. So whichever way, whichever platform you understand best, but just know that anytime ethics comes, ethical question comes in exams, is a bonus for you. All right. So we were speaking on ethics now. With this diagram, we try to explain ethical principles, ethical traits. I think I asked a question, but well, I believe that we will come back to it. We have ethical dilemmas as well, but we are coming back to it. We want to speak on technology and ethics in financial reporting. Technology. Please, what can you see on the board if you can see my screen? Hello.
Hi.
Can you see the screen? What is on the screen? What can you see? I want to explain which what you can see now. Let's have it.
Technology and employability.
Okay, great. So technology and employability. Technology and employability
Yes.
refers to how technological advancements affect an accountant's ability to obtain and retain and progress in employment. Things are changing. The world is changing. We are no more in primitive age. Now, technology is trying to deny a lot of accountants their opportunity to showcase their expertise and skills. So, technology has changed, and skilled employers they are expecting skilled employers that adapt to this technology. So today, accountants are expected to combine accounting knowledge with digital and analytical skills. So how technology improves employability? That is why we have technology and employability. How the technology affects you as an accountant, that is just the topic. So how it improves, how now, let's just speak on how technology improves employability. Number one, it increases efficiency because technology enables accountants to complete tasks more quickly. It creates new career opportunity. Take for instance, roles like, it was just accountants initially, but we now have roles like financial data analyst, we have ERP, all these software consultants, we have business intelligence analysis, we have even forensic technology specialists. So it creates new career opportunities. Technology is also bringing an advantage, right? It supports better decision making. Data analytics and reporting tools help accountants to provide strategic advice, not just prepare financial statement. Let me check if someone is waiting. Okay. Let's continue. It enables remote working. Imagine what technology. Initially, we did not have remote work. You can sit in your house and be earning your millions. Remote working, cloud accounting system allow accountants to work from different locations. People are no more interested in 8 to 5 jobs again. You just have time. Most of us here, I think we are doing remote jobs. So we have skills required for employability. So you as a modern, we now refer you as modern accountants now. You should develop skills on digital literacy, data analytics skills. Please don't just depend on ICANN. You will come to realize that when you have ICANN, there is more to having ICANN. Please start now to engage yourself in some skills. Microsoft Excel proficiency, those advanced, understand AI and automation, cyber security awareness, check the platforms, check around, strong communication and problem solving skills. You can include in your CV, it's a very big word. Continuous professional development. But do you realize that with this technology as well, it has challenges? Challenges comes from, okay, I was trying to explain. Under this technology, we have AI, we have how they call it, we have machine learning. This is what you'll be examining in your exams. We have cloud computing. Okay, still under technology, we have distributed ledger technology, DLT, blockchain. Okay, so I was trying to explain, to give a little idea about what technology and employability is all about. Now, let me use an example. An accountant who only performs manual bookkeeping may struggle to compete. Even if you know the standard, you are doing it manually. You are struggling to compete with someone who uses cloud accounting software. You build Excel dashboards. The world is changing. You will write this in your exams because of the technology, the changing technology now. Please don't take this topic take it as important as your consolidated. Because I know so well that, hey, you know that we have 30 marks consolidated when I pass, let me be sincere. When I pass my SBR, my consolidated statement of financial, my question 1, 30 marks. Sincerely, I started late, and what I started ahead, I started from section C. It helped me, and I passed so well. I did not struggle with my SBR. So I'm not encouraging you or discouraging you. I'm just trying to take all of it very important. Okay, so I was saying a manual bookkeeping may struggle to compete with someone who has skills in Excel dashboards, analysis, data. You can go to interview, they start asking you questions on, you need to, there are some there are some interviews that are online. Maybe you write the test first. I can remember one interview, they asked me one complicated VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, all these advanced Excel formulas, because you realize that if you use this, it makes your work quicker. So please don't just depend on equal to xy plus y and it gives you the answer, or you now total and sum. It's now very simple. In fact, jobs now is very simple to, any job they give, even if managerial role, is very simple to take. Okay, so for your exam tip, if asked about technology and employability, structure your answer as follows. Number 1, explain the impact of technology on accounting profession. You need to understand that. What is the impact? That is why they introduce it to the syllabus. You discuss the opportunities technology creates. When we go to our Pathfinders, with time, there's how we will create a link. We will focus on Pathfinders alone. Let's just understand the concept first. We are not rushing on Pathfinders, on past questions, but we will take past questions. Very important. You also identify the challenges the technology brings. You recommend skills accountant needs to remain employable. Now, if I ask you, will technology replace accountants or transform the role of accountants? Let's just discuss. Will technology replace accountants? You have studied IFI, you have ICANN, you have ACCA, you have all these qualifications, and they now bring technology. And I ask the question, will technology replace you, regardless of your skills, or will it transform the role of accountants? Let's discuss, just very brief.
Because technology cannot work by himself, so it cannot replace accountants, but definitely it may transform the work of an accountant. An accountant that does not embrace technology may lose their work for the one that know about technology. I think that is the right.
Okay, thank you. Any other suggestion or any other opinion?
Yeah. From my own end, technology actually will not take the work of an accountant, but technology is put in place to assist accountants to perform their job faster and better. So for those who are not technologically inclined, time may come where they will fizzle out. They may not be able to cope with the trend of things.
Okay, fine. Now, what I can add, what I can contribute is technology will transform the profession rather than eliminate it. They are very correct. So written tax may be automated, but accountants who develop digital skills, professional judgment, ethical awareness, remember, they also consider the ethical awareness, the strategic thinking will remain in high demand. Okay, so we want to, let's speak on, remember Let me go to a small diagram. We were, the last thing I put here was future accountants. I use this future accountant, right? And you little wonder, why is it future accountant? Technology and employability, okay? So the future of the accountant profession is what I want to speak on now. Accountant profession is evolving because of rapid advances in technology, globalization, sustainability reporting, and increased stakeholders' expectation. So accountants are no longer expected to only prepare financial statements. They are now trusted business advisors who provide insights, manage risk, and support strategic business decision. Now, we now want to, why I brought that was, I want to speak on why we brought the artificial intelligence, right? Under factors that will shape.
Babe, babe,
Oh, yes, we are together. All right. So, we want to speak on artificial intelligence. AI, you've been hearing AI, small thing online, wherever you social media, you hear AI, or some artificial intelligence. But now in accounting and financial reporting, AI is the ability of computer system to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as learning, analyzing data, recognizing patterns, and making predictions and solving problems. Even if you have AI now, it is you, the user, that will pass instruction, or you will only enhance or suggest your idea. But AI will not just sit down and come and tell you, oh, what time is your class today? Except you make inquiries. So AI is a software, fine, that can learn from data and assist accountants in performing tasks faster and more accurately. So AI enables the computers to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as analyzing transaction, identifying anomalies, and decision making. Now you can ask, where do we apply AI in accounting? I don't know if it's in this. I just want to bring it, but I'm bringing out the key major things you may be asked, the uses, benefit, challenges. But where do we apply AI in accounting? You have in automated bookkeeping, record transactions automatically. AI can do that. Reduce manual entry. In financial reporting, AI assists in preparing financial statements. Are you aware? AI detects inconsistencies and errors. Do you know AI can detect fraud? AI can identify unusual transactions. AI can flag suspicious activities. That is under fraud. AI can support audits, analyze large volume of data. Remember, we have taste of controls, the recalculations, and the analytical, the observation, the inquiry. Trust me, AI now makes work very easy for us. This is the role of this topic today. AI can also help in forecasting and budgeting. AI can help in predict future sales, expenses, such as cash flows using historical data. And I don't think ICANN do not expect any student to fail if they permit every student to bring their AI tools or even phone. That is why invigilation is very, 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 very strict now.
Me now.
Okay, so
Mr. Gabriel, please now.
say again.
I was saying that Mr. Gabriel should please mute.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, okay, please. Sorry, please. Okay. Anytime you want to speak, don't forget to mute yourself when you finish speaking. Just mute yourself. Anytime you want to speak, I will give you the platform. Students are so focused, and any distraction now, please. It's a late night class. Some of us, we are very tired. Please. Okay. So, um, we have uses of AI, automatic invoice processing, fraud detection, financial forecasting, chatbot for customers. We also have benefits. Faster processing, improves efficiency, higher accuracy, reduce routine work. You can also add benefits, detection of fraud, enhances decision making. But however, despite every advantage has challenges. Do you know? Let's speak on the challenges of and risks of AI. Lack of professional judgment. AI can analyze data but cannot replace human professional judgment. We discussed that. Now let's speak on data privacy concerns. Financial information may be exposed if AI systems are not secured. Bias, now bias in potential bias in AI models. AI produces results based on the data it receives. Poor quality or biased data can lead to unreliable output. AI does not have conscience. AI is not, is what is just garbage in, garbage out. What you tell AI is what AI will definitely give back to you. Cyber threat. AI systems may become targets for cyber attacks. Do you know job displacement is one of those challenges? Routine accounting tasks may be automatic, requiring accountants to develop new skills. So if you cannot master the skills immediately, if you don't know the skills required, or maybe you are still in the process of getting it and you know it better and better, that means you might lose your job. You might be replaced. Okay? So what I am saying now might not be in this material. I'm going to share with you the role of, now you may be asked, the role of professional accountants when AI is used. Why is it that we have AI, but we still need accountants? You apply professional judgment while using AI. You maintain professional skepticism. If I don't know if we have professional skepticism. Professional skepticism is like having inquisitive mind. Professional skepticism. Now I'm trying to explain beyond what we are discussing now, except you now in case you now meet professional skepticism in your AAA or whichever way, or in your exams. I want to use example. Professional skepticism is like, police, right? If you are driving, the police will stop you. At first, their intention, they will treat you as suspect until otherwise. So that is just professional skepticism. You get financial statements. Don't just assume, oh, the preparer of this financial statement, they know how to prepare so well. I'm so reliable. No. Test all you can. For most of us working in an NGOs, if they bring documents, some of us, we have checklists. Some of us don't assume, oh, it was signed, it was checked by the first person, second person, it was signed. You just pass it like that. Have that inquisitive mind that they are bringing fraud. You need to detect the fraud. That is just professional skepticism that I just mentioned. Okay, I was speaking on the role of professional accountants that uses AI. Now let me use an example. If a company uses AI to estimate bad debts, you know that is provision. The AI estimates an impairment loss, take for instance, of 10 million. Estimate is made by AI. Before accepting the result, the accountant should review the assumptions used by AI. That is the role of accountants when AI is used. The accountant is expected to compare the estimates with historical experience. AI will not do so. Assess whether the output complies with IFRS 9. What is IFRS 9 here? Hello? Have you heard of IFRS 9? I can't like testing IFRS 9 because it's not that common IS 16 and IS 2 standard. I believe for some of us, we are also having challenges in IFRS 9, or we may be we understand IFRS 9 more than any other standard. But I'm asking, what is IFRS 9? Hello? Okay, let's move forward. I thought we can have a brief explanation. Now, I was speaking on role of professional accountants when AI is used. So now when discussing AI, remember this key phrase in exams. Artificial intelligence supports professional accountants. It does not replace professional judgment, ethical responsibility, or accountability. So will you trust AI to prepare and sign your company's financial statement without any human review? Your guess is same as mine. You cannot. So you explain that AI is powerful assistant, but professional accountants remains responsible. So a technology continues to evolve. Accountants who combine technical expertise, ethical behavior, and digital skills. That is just the whole story about these factors for technology. We have machine learning. Can someone read on the board what is from the screen? What is machine learning? Remember, machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence. It's a branch of AI. Machine learning is a branch of AI. Please. Okay. Hello, let's move ahead, please. Are we together?
Yes.
Please read what you see on the board.
Sorry. Machine learning is a branch of AI where systems improve their performance by learning from data without being explicit program for every scenario. Applications: credit risk assessment, predicting cash flow, identify unusual transaction, expensive classification.
Okay, so you reading and others, how I can give simple explanation is AI or machine learning teaches computer to learn from experience, just as human learn from past events. Now, you know, as human, we have sources of knowledge. We have experience, we have intuition, we have scientific, we have common sense. List them. Okay, so anytime you hear machine learning, learn from experience just as human learn from past events. Okay, let's think of it this way so that you can differentiate between AI and ML. AI, artificial intelligence, is the broader concept of making machines intelligent. You get that point? Now, machine learning, ML, is one method AI uses to become smarter by learning from data. I come again, AI is the broader concept of making machines intelligent, but ML is one method AI uses to become smarter and learning from data. So applications of AI can also still be fraud detection, credit risk assessment, audit analytics. So it has benefits of faster analysis, large data sets, improves accuracy and predictions. Please, let's just close eye and finish this topic, or whatsoever is left. In our next class, we are taking another topic. I am going to bring out one topic and break it down one by one. So every day we will be having class till we are done. All right, we have applications here, improve prediction and accuracy. I always bring out this, why it matters. But let me bring a practical example for machine learning. Okay, a practical example for machine learning is a bank uses machine learning to analyze thousands of loan applications. Is a tool. Now, the system predicts that some customers have high probability of default based on past repayment patterns. Individual may not be able to analyze such. So the accountant or credit, that is when you have credit officer. Credit officer should review the recommendation, apply professional judgment, and make final decision. So now let me tell you differences between AI and ML. For AI, we have broad concept of intelligent machines. For ML, still, we have a subset of AI. Another difference is AI can perform tasks requiring human intelligence, but machine learning, as the name implies, learns from historical data to improve performance. I'm taking time to differentiate between AI and ML. AI include ML and other technologies, but ML, machine learning, focuses on recognizing patterns, on making predictions. So, for exams tip, when discussing machine learning, define machine learning clearly. Explain its application in accounting and auditing. Discuss the benefits and limitations, just as you see in your material here, this draft. Then, very important, conclude the professional accountants conclude that professional accountants remain responsible for reviewing ML. Very important. Conclude that. So, if a machine learning system predicts that a customer will default loan, should the accountants automatically reject the loan application? A very tricky one, very important question. Machine learning system predict that a customer will default loan based on history and past events. Should you, as an accountant, will you stick to the rejection of that loan? Will you reject that loan? This might be ICANN question, just to test your professional judgment on certain situation and issues. Any answer, any response?
In my own view, I don't think you should reject the loan automatically. It's just putting you an inquiry to do an in-depth analysis, to review the loan, just to give you a red light that this customer needs to be critically, his data need to be critically reviewed to be sure that it does not default. So it's just putting you on inquiry to be more careful, to to perform due diligence, to ensure that you dot your T's and cross your I's. My own view though.
Oh, your own view is beautiful. Our own view. Are we still in line? Are we all in line with her view? Her own school of thoughts. Hello, Mr. Daniel, Mr. Festus, Miss Elizabeth.
Uh, I support our view in the sense that machine learning is a machine work, as we know, that work with intuition. So if it has come up with that kind of result to say reject that customer's loan application, it's now left for the accountant in charge now or the officer in charge to do another further check to be sure that what the machine has reported is the true case or otherwise.
Thank you. You now make the her view or her opinion stronger because you are rejecting the prediction made by ML. Yes. What if the predictions or the system predicts a customer's loan default? I will predict defaulters definitely, and that is true. You don't just have to reject or you don't have to accept. It's just to make your own analysis. ML can predict 100%. Yes. So we are speaking on prediction should be considered alongside other relevant information. Professional judgments and ethical decision remain essential. Okay, so let's speak on deep learning. I said why it matters here. Machine learning enables organizations to analyze large volume. This is just what you need to have. Cloud computing. But I wanted to speak on deep learning and okay, cloud computing. We are in cloud computing now, right? Cloud computing is, let me use this simple definition. Cloud computing is the delivery of computer services, such as we have software, data storage, and processing over the internet instead of using a local computer or server. Now, I come again. Cloud computing means that accounting records and software are stored online in the cloud. Practical example, we all have information. We store a lot of files in the cloud. That is very simple, rather than only on a computer or in the office. Example, we have Microsoft Dynamics, QuickBooks Online, we have Xero, we have Oracle Cloud, all these ERP application. Okay, so we have examples here. Now, cloud computing is a kind of archiving. Can I use the word archiving? When we say archiving, we have electronic and physical archiving. So cloud computing access accounting software and data over the internet rather than the local computers. It can store a very large file regardless. So it has advantage, access from anywhere. You can sit in your any system you have, you log in, you can access, lower IT costs automatic software update, easier collaboration, secure data backup. Now it has risk, internet dependency. We have cybersecurity threats, data privacy issues. Okay, so we also have benefits of cloud computing. Now, when I speak of benefits that we just discussed, the benefits now, accountants can work anywhere at any time with cloud accounting. Yes, with cloud computing. When we talk of saving, cost savings here, lower cost, it reduces the need for expensive servers and IT infrastructure. Now, the real-time collaboration, multiple users can work on the same financial information simultaneously. Real-time collaboration, automatic update, software is updated automatically by the service provider. Okay, now let me bring the role of, why are we even bringing all this cloud IT? Is just to know the role of accountants, a role of professional accountants. Professional accountants should ensure strong access controls and password. Professional accountants should protect confidential information. Please, sorry, I know this theory class in the night is always very boring. It's not easy. Even if you are the lecturer, as a student, it's not easy. But please, some classes might be boring. Theory classes, please, let's just get it once and for all. In exams, ICANN will not ask you the method or how you learn. They will just ask you, they not know if you are learning in the morning or night. So for example, now let me use practical examples. A company stores its accounting records in, let's use one software like Microsoft Dynamics. Now the financial manager can record transactions from the office or while traveling. Maybe the finance manager can be on activity or any visited, any monitoring, anywhere outside the working station. The finance manager can generate financial statements in real time. The finance manager can collaborate with colleagues in different locations. But however, the company must also implement strong cybersecurity measures. So for accounting, for exams tip, you define cloud computing, you explain its advantages, you discuss its risks, you state the accountant's responsibility in ensuring security. So I can ask, what will you do if a company stores all its accounting records in the cloud but fails to secure user password? You know, unauthorized users may gain access to confidential financial information, right? This can lead to fraud. This can lead to data breaches, financial loss. It can even lead to reputational damage. So just have it at the tip that cloud computing gives accountants flexible and efficiency, and it also increases the need for strong cybersecurity, ethical behavior, and effective internal controls. Let's just speak on DLT. Please, what is DLT? DLT.
Distributed ledger technology.
Distributed ledger technology. DLT is a system that records and shares transactions across multiple computers. We call it nodes, NODS, rather than storing them in one central location. Now, simple explanation, instead of one organization keeping one single accounting record, everyone on the network has the same copy of the ledger. When transaction is approved, it is updated on all copies, making it very difficult to alter or delete. Now, we mentioned blockchain here, right? We said DLT slash blockchain. Blockchain is the most well type of DLT. Do you understand? Characteristics is decentralized. Decentralized in a way that not single party controls the ledger. It is transparent, it's a shared ledger. All authorized participants have access to the shared ledger. When we talk of transparency, transaction can be verified by participants. For security, transactions are protected using cryptography. There's what we call cryptography. Have you heard of cryptography before? Cryptography. So anytime you hear, when we talk of features of DLT, use cryptography, security, transactions are protected. This is what protect transactions. This cryptography. Okay. All right. So now we have benefits. So accountants. Sorry. But however, do you know we have applications of DLT in accounting, from financial record keeping. DLT helps to maintain and secure accurate accounting records. Audit trail. It creates permanent record of transaction, making audits more efficient. I believe some of us must have passed our AAA, or some of us we are still doing AAA. I'm having a lot of network challenges, but I know so well that this class we are going to finish it today. Okay. Dear Lord. Apologies for all these strays. Sorry. Sorry for all these strays. Sorry. Apologies. I'll keep apologizing. Sorry for these strays of joining and rejoining. Nobody is accepting my apologies. Sorry for joining and rejoining. This is the last time you will join and rejoin. But the circumstances beyond my control. Apologies, apologies, accepted or rejected. Hello. I believe when you listen to your recorded classes, uh, so I'll keep um so the truth of the matter is this this material here is self-explanatory. And if you don't understand, you can go back to your study. I just brought this order of reading so that it will be easy, and which is the most important. Okay, we're speaking on blockchain. Now we are in virtual environmental reporting. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir. From my end.
Okay, please just read what you can see on the board. Let's just finish the class.
It's a virtual environment thing.
Okay, did you get the vet DLT? Or did I recap?
No. Maybe recap, please. I know we stop at that
And
DLT
blockchain.
before the
Blockchain,
network
fine.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, 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 fine. But the rest, the AI, the ML, and the rest, you get it well, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm saying that VLT, distributed ledger technology. Let me go to the top so that while explaining, you understand. DLT, I said, is a digital system. Now, what you see on the board, I'm trying to explain beyond what you see on the board. It's a shared digital ledger that records transactions securely across multiple computers. So, DLT is a digital system that records and shares transactions. When we say multiple computers here, let me use this word so that maybe while reading you will. Multiple computers, just like saying, let me check if someone is hanging. So is I said is a digital system that records and shares transactions across multiple computers rather than storing them in one central location. So instead of one organization keeping a single accounting record, everyone on the network has the same copy of the ledger. When a transaction is approved, it is updated or it is updated or like it is updated on all copies, making it very difficult to alter or delete. So when I use this blockchain, blockchain is a well-known type of DLT. Are we together? So it has characteristics that like decentralized, no single party controls the ledger, shared ledger, it is transparent, transaction can be verified by participants, security, transactions are protected using cryptography. Now, applications of DLT. Applications of DLT. Let me take it slow. Of DLT in accounting. Okay. So its application is number one, for financial record keeping. This would have been easy if I shared this link, but one student now told me, I think in fact almost confused me that it's not part of the syllabus. I was like, oh really? So applications for financial audit trail. I was speaking on audit trail. If you are doing AAAF for supply chain, don't worry. When I pass the material, we were trying to understand what DLT is all about, the concept. So the person that asked that question, is there any other issue? Can we proceed?
Yes, sir.
So I really want to appreciate the student that joined this class for almost the third time now. It's not easy. It shows passion. It shows that at all cost, and you pass this exam. Everybody, I know it's not easy. So we were we were discussing. We wanted to discuss on environmental reporting, virtual environmental reporting, virtual. So in environmental reporting, sometimes discussed alongside sustainability reporting. We try to have a class on sustainability reporting, but I think there's a mix up some way. Every class you don't get it, you will get it before your exams. I don't mind coming back for classes have been conducted already. So virtual environmental reporting is likely technology enabled environmental reporting. So this is just to refers to preparing, analyzing and communicating financial information through digital platforms. Finish. So if you understand environmental reporting, it's just the digital platform. Okay. So we just speak on the environmental under sustainability reporting, online board meeting, cloud-based reporting dashboard. Benefit is faster reporting, So objective of environmental, let me recap environmental reporting. How a company affect the environment and how it is doing to protect the environment. So environmental reporting is the process of disclosing information about an organization's impact on environment and the action it is taking to manage environmental risk. It has objective of promoting transparency, inform investors and other stakeholders, demonstrate commitment. So information include greenhouse emission and all sorts. So the benefit is fast reporting instead of doing that manually. Global accessibility, improved collaboration, lower travel and administration costs. Okay, so with this, you know, it also has challenges. Now, the role of professional accountant is what we normally want to discuss. To ensure that professional information or environmental information is accurate and complete. All this breakdown is, let's just integrated thinking is the active consideration of how organization strategy, governance, performance, and prospects create value over time. It encourages management to think beyond short-term profits. So, in a simple way, integrated thinking means looking at the whole business instead of focusing on only profit. Integrated management consider how decisions affect finance, people, customers, the environment, the society. So the objective of integrated thinking is improve strategic decision making, you create sustainable long-term value, consider the interest of all stakeholders. Now, don't forget the key features. The key features of integrated thinking is number one, key features. Let me use features of integrated thinking. Number one, you have long-term focus. Sorry. Long-term focus. Number two, you have connectivity. I'm going to explain. Number three, you have stakeholders consideration. And you have value creation. So these are the three key features of IT. Long-term focus. When we say long-term focus, decisions are made with future sustainability in mind, not the short-term profits. Now, for connectivity, connectivity recognizes that finance operations, people, the government, and the environment are interconnected. So it's not just one stakeholders. How do you connect the stakeholders? So I can put here now connectivity as per stakeholders. Okay. How do you connect these stakeholders? So we now stakeholder consideration considers the need the needs of investors, employees. You consider with this connectivity, you consider their needs. Okay, I'm bringing keywords. Remember, these are the key factors under integrated thinking. Value creation. Now, value creation focuses on creating value over a short, medium, and long term. Value creation. We have benefits of integrated reporting, integrated thinking, sorry, better strategic decisions, because you are not just thinking in a short term, and you are not just thinking based on profit making alone. Stronger decision making, improve sustainability. Now, when I brought out this, why it matters for your exams insights. Okay. Practical example under integrated thinking. Please, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So a practical example is a manufacturing company plans to build a new factory. Instead of considering only the expected profits, management also evaluates. Remember, a manufacturer plans to build a new factory, right? So you don't just want to focus, why are we building this new factory to bring profits? You analyze the environmental impact. This company, this manufacturing company, what impact will it bring to the environment, the employee, the health and safety, community concerns, the long-term operating cost? Just look beyond availability of skilled labor. So this is integrated thinking, because multiple factors considered before making the decision. Now, the role of accountants. Professional accountants support integrated reporting because by thinking that providing both financial and non-financial information. Financial information is the profit. Non-financial information is the environmental impact, employee health, and the rest. They identify risks and also opportunities, advice management on long term. There are a lot of responsibilities under accounting. Whenever you hear accountant, it has a lot of responsibilities, not just preparing financial statements. Now, let me tell you differences between integrated thinking. Remember, while trying to explain this, I mix words like integrated thinking and integrated reporting. Please, do you have any other class?
Yes, 5 o'clock.
Oh, there's another class by what time?
9.
Okay, so I wanted to bring the differences between integrated thinking and integrated reporting. Integrated thinking is management process and way of thinking. Integrated reporting is the reports that communicate how the organization creates value. They will ask you, and don't mix it in your exams. Integrated reporting, integrated thinking focuses on decision making. Reporting focuses on communicating, as the name implies. Just thinking and reporting, that makes the difference. So integrated thinking is the process of considering all factors before making decision. Integrated reporting is the output which communicates how the organization creates value over time. Okay, so a company closes a profitable factory because it causes serious environmental pollution, for example, and damages its reputation. This is an example of integrated thinking. Okay, because management consider not just short-term profit but also environmental impact. So integrated thinking is about making smarter decisions by considering the connections between financial performance, people governance, society, and the environment. Integrated reporting then communicates those decisions and their outcome to stakeholders. Okay, so we speak on, oh, I shouldn't, multiple capitals is under sustainability reporting. We will discuss on financial capital. Capital integrated reporting recognizes that organization creates value using different forms of capital. We have financial capital, manufacturing capital, social and relationship capital. I can tell you to go back to your sustainability reports, but I am coming back to this. Current development, still on sustain. I think the remaining chapters or the remaining subtopic is on that sustainability reporting. I wanted to start with the sustainability reporting, but I'm hearing a lot of complaint, which I will come back to it. Now let's take on Nigerian perspective. I say Nigeria has significant process in aligning its financial. Please, someone should read this Nigerian perspective. I just include it. What are we talking about under Nigerian perspective? We'll round up the class, please. Are we there? Nigerian perspective.
Nigeria is in progress in aligning its financial reporting practice with international through adoption of international financial reporting standard and the of regulatory oversight increase. Digital and global connected professional accountants in Nigeria are expected to possess not sound accounting knowledge, but also competence in ethics, technology, sustainability, and strategy decision making. Understanding deal development enable accountants to prepare high quality financial and compile with regulatory and contribute to sustainable economic growth.
Okay, so now we are saying that Nigerian perspective is Nigeria embracing digital transformation. Okay, Nigeria has made significant progress in analyzing financial reporting standard with IFRS and strengthening regulatory insight oversight. So as business become increasingly digital and globally connected, what are we saying? Nigeria is embracing digital transformation in financial reporting through technology, improve corporate governance and sustainability report initiative. So professional accountants are expected to adapt while maintaining ethical standard. The adoption of IFRS, technology in Nigeria, sustainability reporting, corporate governance, ethical responsibilities. Okay, so what we are trying to achieve is how can Nigeria accountants remain relevant in era of AI, cloud computing, and digital reporting? That is just what we are discussing here. So by embracing technology, developing digital skills, maintaining ethical standard, complying with IFRS. Okay, so this is just the perspective, the adoption of IFRS. Do you understand? The perspective, the regulatory environment, technology in Nigerian practice is well, sustainability reporting, the implications. Just go through the material, please. I have here, I brought out summary or whatever we are doing. If the material is too complicated, just go to this summary, or maybe before your exams you can skim through because you must have attended the lecture. You see the summary aspect and you have your full idea of what see multiple capitals here. Go through this I brought it out, the chapter summary and everything. You'll get it better. Okay? Please, is there any question? Mr. Razis, you are just joining the class. Razak Adewale Balogun, I'm calling your three names. Good evening. Welcome to the class. Welcome to the last session of the class.
Good evening.
So sorry, you must have had distractions joining and rejoining. We apologize, but go through the video classes, go through the notes, go through I think I will share this material, but go through your G in your study pack and get it once and for all.
Okay.
Any question you can relate back.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Are we?
Yes, it's a very
Thank you.
simple topic, but very important. Simple but important. So thank you all for finding
All right. Are we?
join the class. Mr. Yusuf, I can see you've not said a word since we joined. Mr. Uteno, Josephine, Festus, Safia, Tamodu, and I want to appreciate your patience, and I want to tell you that your dedication will never go in vain. But let me remind you something, okay? Let me remind you something. So, I appreciate your engagement throughout the session, okay? Just take note that, just remember that extra minute you invest today is one less regret you have on exams day. Keep going and you are closer to your success than you think. I know it's not easy, but together we will win and smile. Okay? That does not stop us from, you can inbox, you can DM. It's not just theory. If you have any challenge in your standard, your consolidated, anything, please just share your challenge. Let's just reach this success together. Okay. Is there any question?
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. See you in our next class.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, bye. You do what to share the material, sir.
Definitely, I will. If you need it, I shared initially. I had to take it off. If you need it, I will share it. But you give me time so that I will add that accountant role. Very important in every topic because it is very important why we bring to SBR. So just permit me to add the accountant role on any IAI, ML, and all those DLT, please.
All right.
So if you don't get it this night, you get
Thank you.
it definitely tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
All right. Oh.